In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to build this brick and green Victorian house. But before we get into the tutorial, please make sure to like and subscribe and let me know what else you want to see. Okay, so I have the area all marked out like I typically do, and the measurements starting at the top and going around clockwise. It's 9 blocks, 4 blocks, 8 blocks, 9 blocks with an extra block in the center over there. It gets a little funky, but still following this orange line. It's 3 blocks, 5 blocks, 3 blocks, 5 blocks, 4 blocks. Then it goes down 6 blocks, and this entire bottom line is 15 blocks, including those 3 yellow blocks that are going to be stairs. That whole line's 15 blocks. Then it's just 15 blocks along the side to connect it up. So I'm starting by just taking some cobbled deep slate and putting 1 block on every single bit of orange terracotta. And then once I have that, it should look like this. And I'm going to start on this front wall over here. I'm starting in the corners. I'm placing 2 cobbled deep slate, not in the corner, but the 2 blocks next to the corner block. Because in the corner block, I'm going to be placing some cobbled deep slate walls. Then once I have that, I'm just placing 2 upside down cobbled deep slate stairs, then 2 slabs connected to that, and then 1 row all the way across the top, even on top of the walls. Then you should have a little window like this. Once I have that, I'm just placing another cobbled deep slate wall, 1 block in from the side on the top, and then another row of cobbled deep slate on top of that original row we had. Then I'm just placing 2 upside down cobbled deep slate stairs on the corners at the top. Then I'm just grabbing some string and I'm placing that all between the 2 cobbled deep slate walls. Then I'm getting some anvils and I'm placing that on the cobbled deep slate walls and on the string all the way across. It should be 7 blocks. And then it should look like this. And this looks the exact same as the other side, so I'm just going to quickly do that. And once you have that, it should look like this. Now we're going to do this long side over here, and it's super simple. We're going to start by connecting the 2 walls at the top with just a row of normal cobbled deep slate, and then filling that in, and then moving in 2 blocks and placing a row of cobbled deep slate connecting the bottom and the top. It should look like this. And then I'm just making that 3 blocks thick. So you should have a gap of 2, then 3 blocks, a gap of 3, and then 3 blocks, and a gap of 2. And then in the center of those 3 cobbled deep slate blocks we have, I'm putting upside down cobbled deep slate stairs on the bottom and cobbled deep slate walls on the top going all the way up the cobbled deep slate wall. Then I'm just quickly placing 1 block in the center of this 3x3 and then walls all the way around. And then in the 2x3s, I'm just filling in walls. And it should look like this when it's done. Then I'm just quickly adding some cobbled deep slate stairs to the corner, just like we did on the other sides to match. Then I'm placing some right side up cobbled deep slate stairs just right on top of the wall, except for the block right behind the cobbled deep slate walls. Now I think we'll move on to the stairs. The reason I did the other side first is because for me, the stairs are a little bit easier to build if I have something to work off of. So I'm starting by adding that cobbled deep slate stair to the top, just like I did on the other sides, and filling in this wall with just cobbled deep slate. Then to match the other side, I'm putting the cobbled deep slate stairs on top of that. Then I'm just adding some cobbled deep slate blocks, 3 blocks on top of the one we already have, so in total it should be 4 blocks tall. Then I'm just breaking that corner there, and it should look like this. Then I'm just adding the stairs, and the stairs are super easy. You just keep going up all the way till it meets the top. And then on this red terracotta, I'm putting a right side up stair and an upside down stair, and then 2 blocks in between, just to give a little bit of a detail to these bricks. Then just placing some cobbled deep slate on top of that, and it should look like this when it's finished. Now we can move on to this side. I'm just copying this shape we have on the other side so they can be equal. And just like we did on a lot of the other corners, we're going to be adding some deep slate walls there. I'm building up these walls all the way up, and that one that juts out a little bit, 4 blocks tall in total. Then I'm putting some upside down stairs on the bottom of that, and upside down stairs on the top, and then cobblestone walls in between that. Then I'm just adding some string and anvils on top of that. Then this final little like corner, it's not really a side, it's kind of just like a corner. I'm just filling in some cobbled deep slate in this corner here, meeting that line we already have, going all the way across the top, and then making a window with upside down deep slate stairs and a slab. Then I can just fill in with the cobbled deep slate walls and it's finished. Not forgetting to do this other corner over here too. And we're adding upside down cobbled deep slate stairs. Then I'm adding some cobbled deep slate walls, strings in between that, and anvils on top of that, just like we did along the front. Making sure to meet this other wall to that one and match it with the upside down cobbled deep slate stair and the right side upstairs on top of it. And it should look like this. Now we're gonna move on to the next layer, which is gonna be starting with bricks. So I'm starting by putting up right side up brick stairs on top of these upside down cobbled deep slate slabs. Then I'm just putting a row of bricks all the way across the top. Then I'm putting a brick on the corner, going 2 blocks, placing another brick, 1 block, a brick, 2 blocks, and then it's in the corner. Then I'm just placing a row of bricks all the way on top of that and filling in some walls in those gaps. Then I'm putting some upside down bricks right on top of those right side up bricks we did. Then I'm putting lime terracotta 2 blocks tall in the corner on both sides and putting some bricks right next to that and ones right on top of that. Then I'm adding some right side up bricks on top of that lime green terracotta, and then putting some walls in front of it between the two stairs. So it should look like this. And then we're just finishing this level off with a window. I'm just putting some upside down stairs. I'm adding an extra block and then putting 2 more upside down stairs and then connecting them with a slab. So it should look like this. Then I'm going to break the corners and then add 2 brick stairs, fill in between them, and then on top of them, we're just putting a whole row all the way across the top. And then in between, I'm filling in, leaving a hole in the center, breaking the block right below that, and then putting a slab on the bottom and a slab on the top. Then behind all of these gaps we have, I'm just filling in lime green terracotta. So from the front, it should look like this. Then I'm just adding 3 brick walls on the outside. And then just to make it a little bit easier later on, I'm adding lime green terracotta block to the side and the stairs. So it should look the same on the side as it does in the front. And I'm just doing it now instead of when we move on to the side so that it's a little bit easier. Then I'm just placing another row of bricks across the top. Then I'm placing some upside down cobbled deep slate stairs across that row we just placed, making sure to face the outside pieces towards the outside so the stair rounds off. Then right on top of that, on the corner, I'm placing 3 brick walls, and then I'm placing 3 bricks right next to that, 3 bricks, and then 3 brick walls so that it meets. Then in the center, I'm placing another row of bricks to divide that into 2 windows. Then I'm placing another brick on top of that. Then I'm placing 2 right side upstairs, 1 on the wall and 1 on the brick. Then on top of those little smaller windows we have now, I'm placing right side up deep slate stairs. Then in between that, I'm putting 2, and in between that, I'm putting 3 cobbled deep slate blocks, and on top of that, some slabs. Then behind that, I'm putting just this little arch of lime green terracotta, and in line with that, I'm putting 4 bricks on each side. Then on the corner, I'm putting upside down cobbled deep slate stairs, and then I'm putting a row of bricks on top of that, making sure to also put that cobbled deep slate stair on the sides. Then I'm putting walls on top of those cobbled deep slate stairs. Then I'm placing a green terracotta right on top of that wall and staircasing it all the way up, and then breaking the extra one that I used to just place it, because that's going to be part of the gable. Then I'm just putting some deep slate stairs on the green terracotta, and I'm moving it a couple blocks back and 1 block forward, just so I can mark out where the roof is going to be. And then making sure to put an upside down deep slate stair on the underside. So it should look like that. Do the same thing on the other side, and it should look like this. And I'm putting an extra block in between them. And I'm going to leave that top section a little bit blank right now, but we'll fix it when we have the rest of the roof to work off of. Then I'm going to the back side, and I'm placing 3 bricks across the top and placing another row of bricks under that. Then I'm just making a 3x2 window, and I'm sure you can guess where we're going with this. I'm placing upside down stairs and right side upstairs to make a circle. Then I'm just filling in the holes, and look at from the front, it should look like this. Once you have that, we're just going to do literally the exact same thing on the back side. And once your roof looks like this, we're actually going to break the top 2 upside down stairs and put 3 brick walls in between it, and then another one down. It's a little funky, but it adds a little bit of texture that I really like. And then once you have that, it should look like this. A little wonky, I know. So to make it easier for me, I'm just going to take a row of bricks and connect the 2 roofs together at the top. So now it kind of looks more together, and it's easier for my mind to comprehend what's coming next. Okay, so coming back to this long side between the 2 walls we just built, I'm placing a right side up stair on top of that cobbled deep slate wall and a brick behind it. Then I'm placing another brick on top of those bricks. And then in between all of those, we're placing upside down brick stairs right on top of the right side up cobbled deep slate stairs. I'm placing another brick block right on top of those other ones and putting a row of bricks 1 block up all the way across the top. So we're leaving like these little gaps. Then I'm putting walls on the edge of each of those gaps, and behind it, I'm filling in lime green terracotta. Then in that row we have going, I'm placing another brick block, 2 blocks from the edge. I'm placing 3 bricks, connecting that up to the wall we already have, and then placing 2 upside down brick stairs to make this little arched window. And I'm doing the same thing on the other side. Then I'm breaking this top block we placed and placing 2 stairs to kind of mirror the other side we have going, and I'm doing the exact same thing with the lime green terracotta behind it. So it should look like this. Then I'm just squaring that off with another row of bricks connected to the top and all the way down. Same thing on the other side. Then I'm just filling this all in with bricks. Then in line with the bottom of those arched windows, I'm placing 3 cobbled deep slate walls. And on top of that, I'm just placing 5 upside down cobbled deep slate stairs. Then I'm placing 3 walls in the center of that and just cobbled deep slate blocks all the way around that. So it should look like this. Then I'm just placing bricks on top of that and upside down brick stairs around that, except for in the corners where I'm just placing another block. Then I'm placing some more bricks on the edges and in the front, breaking the 3 center ones, going up 1 block and building over that, and then I'm just filling in with upside down brick stairs to make this little arch again. Then I'm filling in the corners, and then another brick on top of that. Then I'm placing 2 upside down cobbled deep slate stairs and putting bricks on top of that, just like I did for the other wall. Then on top of that, I'm just putting the lime green terracotta, staircasing up, and breaking the ones I don't need. Then to fill in this gable, I'm going right behind the lime terracotta and building until I have a 2x3, and then turning that into a circle window with right side up stairs and upside down stairs. Then I'm just building the roof the exact same way as I did the other roof, it's just a little bit smaller. I'm doing the exact same thing with the 3 brick walls, but not adding the 2 lower ones. And moving back to the walls, I'm building up 2 pillars of 3 brick blocks with 2 blocks in between, and then connecting the top with upside down stairs to make another window. Then I'm just filling in the side, breaking the side of the window we made, and using one right side up brick stair and one upside down brick stair to add these 2 little like windows on each side. And then behind those we'll fill in with some lime terracotta, and it should look like this. Then we're putting a layer, and we're doing the exact same thing on the other side. Once I have that, I'm just building up this wall. Then once I have this, I'm connecting the corner all the way up to the top and leaving a 4x2 at the bottom and filling in that top bit there. Then I'm breaking a little section and replacing it with upside down stairs and right side up stairs to give it this little window. Then I'm just placing walls on the outsides of that 2x4 we left and filling the entire back with lime terracotta. And doing the exact same thing on the other side. I'm just connecting this roof to the wall and filling in behind it. Okay, now that I have this, I'm going to do the 2 like peaks of the roof that we have. So I'm gonna do the main one and this little tiny one, and I'll show you how to do it. We're leaving a gap, then we're putting a stair with the tall side facing that other stair, that gap we just left. Then another stair facing that one, then a gap, then 2 stairs facing each other, then a gap, 2 stairs facing each other, then a gap, all the way to the end. If that doesn't make much sense, hopefully you can see what I mean. And you just repeat that pattern all the way to the end and then fill in the gap with slabs. And then we're gonna do the same pattern for literally like every single roof in this entire build. Then I'm just adding a wall to the outside stair on each side, and it should look like this. Once I have that, I'm just gonna fill in the roof, which is just cobbled deep slate stairs all the way up. And I'm gonna move on to the entryway. So I'm starting by placing 2 walls on top of those cobbled deep slate blocks we have there, and then a brick on top of that, then a slab, and a brick on top of that, then 2 bricks next to that, and then a slab, and then a brick on top of those walls. So it should look like this. And like 6 lime green blocks on the corner behind the bricks. Then I'm just placing a extra block in the center, and then I'm placing 3 upside down bricks in front of all that lime green terracotta. And it should look like this. Then I'm just filling in this back with all bricks in this corner, and I'm putting bricks on the other side in this corner. Then I'm putting just a row of bricks all the way across the top and adding some cobbled deep slate stairs around the edge to be like a little roof. Then I'm just filling in with some cobbled deep slate behind those stairs we put. This will be like a little deck area. Then in line with that brick wall, I'm placing another brick on top of that on the outside of each of those. And then in between, I'm just putting some upside down brick stairs. And the pattern goes just 2 upside down brick stairs and then a slab in between that. I am doing a different pattern here, but I didn't like the way it turned out. So once I have that, I'm just adding 3 cobbled deep slate walls to the edges, making sure I'm also building up that corner of bricks just to keep everything in line. I'm placing a brick on top of the cobbled deep slate walls and a brick next to that, and then slabs, and then a brick and a brick on top of the cobble wall. So it should look like this. Once I have that, I'm just building this deck back a little bit. Then I'm just placing 2 bricks on top of where the cobbled deep slate walls were, and then a row all the way across the top, and then adding walls to the center and walls to the outside. Make these 2 little windows that I'm gonna fill behind with lime terracotta. I'm breaking the railing I did with those upside down stairs and slabs because I don't like it as much. I'm placing just 2 upside down stairs and then another slab. It honestly doesn't look much different, so if you just keep it the way that I originally built it, that would work too, but I just didn't like it as much. Then I'm placing 2 upside down stairs and some bricks around that, and brick walls all the way up, and bricks behind that, and then on top of it to connect it to the ceiling to put a little edge on our balcony. Then I'm just adding another row of cobbled deep slate so that I can build our wall on top of, and so I'm building just straight up with bricks in the corners, and on this side it's just total straight bricks all the way across. Then I'm putting just some cobbled deep slate walls in this corner here just to give it a little bit of something. Then I should be left with a 3-block gap to build our door, which is just going to be on the 3rd block up, 2 upside down stairs and a slab in between that. Then I'm just putting 2 upside down stairs again on top of that and a row on top of that to make a little window. And it should look like this. And then I'm just using some slabs to put a little roof on it so that you can't see the lime terracotta from the underside. And then once I have that, I think I'm going to move on to this inside corner here just to make sure everything all connects. And it's very, very similar to what we already did on the other side. So you're basically just copying that with the upside down stairs, then the lime terracotta behind it, and then the walls in the corner, and then the bricks along the top of that and the walls in the corner. Then I'm doing the same window, 2 bricks up, the upside down stairs to make the window, and I'm doing the same thing. Then I'm breaking out this little bit so I can add the lime green terracotta. It's literally the exact same thing as the other side. Then I'm just doing the same window that's directly across from this over again with the lime green terracotta behind it. Once I'm finished with that, I'm just connecting up the roof to make everything else a bit easier. And to finish up the rest of this wall, we're doing the exact same thing we did on the other side. And it should look like this. Now I'm moving back down to this side here. And while I'm up here, I'm just gonna finish off the roof. Okay, moving back down to this wall we left for a bit, I'm going to be putting cobbled deep slate right side upstairs, right along that top brick we placed. And moving up, because this is gonna be the start of our roof. And then I'm gonna leave that for now, and I'm adding the upside down stairs that I forgot to add at the beginning, and putting some right side up bricks on top of that, and then just a row of bricks connecting those two. I'm adding some upside down bricks along the front to make this little like bump out place where the bay window will go. Then on the bottom, I'm just adding some more stairs to look like it has some more support. Then on top, I'm adding an extra brick on top of this deep slate so I have somewhere to build off of. And in that corner, I'm adding a cobbled deep slate wall 3 blocks tall. And then in all of the corners, I'm adding cobbled deep slate walls 3 blocks tall. And along the bottom. So it should look like this. Then I'm just adding some cobbled deep slate blocks on top of all of our walls, connecting them up, and then filling that in. Then I'm just adding some cobbled deep slate stairs along the outside to give it a little roof. Then I'm just putting another row of cobbled deep slate stairs along the top, and then connecting it all up. Then in the center of these 3 at the top, I'm just putting a right side up cobbled deep slate stair, and then 2 slabs next to it. Then I'm just building up the wall, and it should look like this. Then, not in the corner, but 1 block in from the corner, I'm placing 4 brick blocks, and then along the top, I'm also adding a brick blocks in the corner, and then I'm putting some upside down brick stairs to make a little arched window. Then I'm building up this side here to match the other one, and then adding some upside down bricks next to that. Then I'm just filling in lime terracotta behind that, and then adding some cobbled deep slate stairs in front of that. Then I'm just filling in this gable, leaving a 2x3 so we can turn that into a circle window. Then I'm just adding the green terracotta like I did for all the other gables and the stairs in front of that. Then I'm doing the same thing on this other side and building up the roof and putting the cobbled deep slate stairs on the underside too. And I'm adding the brick walls. Here I'm just connecting up the roof. Once you have that, I'm just adding a little window here. I'm breaking some of the stairs and replacing it with bricks. Then I'm just adding a little roof on top of that with some cobbled deep slate stairs. It's super simple and really easy. Then I'm connecting this wall on the other side. Then I'm just adding a little arched window with some upside down stairs just to fill in that dead space. And another circle window along the edge just to fill in the dead space, and then I'm filling behind that circle with lime green terracotta. And it should look like this. Once you have this, the build is so close to being done, we just have this 1 wall left. So I'm putting some bricks here along the bottom and along the top, putting brick walls on the outside and brick walls in the center, and then behind it with lime terracotta. It should look like this. Then I'm just putting some bricks down in the corners. Then I'm adding some deep slate blocks out and deep slate stairs, making this a little roof. And I'm going 2 blocks down with those, and then adding a little top, connecting the roof to the wall, filling in the gaps with bricks. Then I'm just adding some bricks and stairs upside down at the top, right side up at the bottom to make this little like divot. And then along the bottom, I'm just putting upside down deep slate stairs to connect it back to the roof and filling in everything with bricks. Then I'm just connecting this corner with bricks and upside down stairs and filling it all in. Now all that's left is this last little bit, which is going to be a window. And I'm starting that by adding the right side up brick stairs on top of those upside down deep slate ones, and then filling in the bottom and the corner with some bricks. Then I'm adding 2 more to each of the sides and some upside down brick stairs, and there's bricks all along that and a slab in between that. Then I'm just putting an upside down brick stair 2 blocks, and then a right side up brick stair on top of it. Same thing on the other side, filling that in with some lime terracotta behind it, adding some brick walls on the sides and in front of that, and filling it all in, and it should look like this. Once you have that, the entire build is basically done. All that's left to do is add some finishing touches, like some trap doors along the stairs so you have a railing, and along the garden. Then I'm just filling all the glass in, and once it's done, it should look like this. Thank you so much for watching this build. I had so much fun designing it and just filming it and building it. If you do end up building this or any of my other builds, don't hesitate to tag me on Twitter and show me what you've done. Thank you so much for watching again, and please don't forget to like and subscribe.